that's the old customs house. Anybody who's an architect might appreciate the magnificence of the design. It's considered architecturally to be a gem of its type. Building, interestingly, built on swampland here. Then, ahead to the right is our skyscraper. I mean, there are 17 stories high, built in the 60s, before any preservation or any order be built anymore now. But that is really, it's quite rarefied air up at the top, you know.
The Book of Kells is. And the Book of Kells has been called the most beautiful book in the world. What it is the 4 Gospels in Latin. But what makes it so fantastic are the intricate illuminations worked on by the monks. So now you're in Trinity College. Now, as I said on coach this, you're walking on the cobblestones, absorbing the academic ambience that is Trinity College. Trinity College was built on an old monastic site of All Hallows, and the original bell is up there in the campus. Now, we're looking now at our National Gallery. What we have there is a very fine collection of European and Irish artists. Most famous Irish artist there is Jack Yeats. But this is our National Gallery, and it's a very well worth anybody interested in paintings. My favourite painting there by Yeats is The Singing Horseman. When you look at this painting, it's all images of freedom and fresh air, and you just feel good looking at this painting.
In the morning, we had a walking tour in the city of Dublin. We saw a lot of Georgian-style red brick houses and buildings with different fascinating architectures. They were very old, some of them are old, some of them have been restored.
So now, we're stopping now because this is one of the most famous parts of Dublin, Merrion Square, and it's famous for its Georgian architecture. Called Georgian because it was built during the reign of the 3 King Georges, 18th century. Now, there are many features. Let's look across at this one here. See the wide granite steps leading up to the panel doors. Now, above the panel door, see the fan light. See how it's splayed out like so. We call that peacock tail design. Now let your eye wander up and see how the size of the windows decrease as your eye wanders up. Always ran the full length of the house and looked out into the park. And in Georgian times, when these houses were owned by the wealthy Anglo-Irish, the wealthy aristocracy,
it was about a 2-hour tour in the morning. A lot of walking, but that's fine. And then we stopped by a nice garden.
Now, we've come to say good morning to Oscar Wilde, the very famous poet and dramatist. Now, Oscar Wilde grew up in this house on the very corner there where you see the wrought iron balcony. His mother was a famous poet who wrote under the name Speranza, and his father was a very famous ophthalmic surgeon. He was surgeon to Queen Victoria. Now, Oscar also had a sister here. Alas, she died very young, and Oscar was very moved by her death, and he wrote these gentle little lines. Tread softly, she is here under the snow. Speak gently, she can hear the daisies grow. So that's a side of Oscar Wilde you mightn't have thought about. Science. It's a 19th century building. A few years ago we had a very colourful Taoiseach called Charles Hall. He spent 17 million of the taxpayers' money refurbishing this building, so Dubliners nicknamed it Charlie's Palace, or the Charles Mahal. Now, he was not very happy about being Irish. In fact, he said, just because you're born in a stable doesn't make you a horse. But that was a bit unkind, but it was really because his father was a professor of music at Trinity College, and he was sent off to the military academy in France.
Felt safe walking around. Everybody seems to be relaxed and friendly. We also stopped by a pub house and everybody had a drink of orange juice and a Guinness beer.
I am exhausted when I'm getting up in the morning. What do we say?
Slosher.
Cheers.
Cheers.
No. Is that the Guinness you're drinking?
Yeah.
Right, and you drink.
What this is?
Would you like me to get a picture of you? Keep drinking. Go ahead, let's see. There you go. That is good. Yay!
I did a tour in the morning and another 4-hour tour in the afternoon. I had to come back to the ship for lunch, and I came back out again at 1:45 on another tour. And I visited the Malahide Castle in the city of Malahide. It was owned by some family for about 800 years, and they have some old stuff in their old paintings, family portraits. So we couldn't take pictures inside, but we were allowed to take pictures outside of the castle. We stopped by another Irish pub to have drinks. There was a kind of celebration among Irish youngsters and folks where international soccer game going on right now. Irish tied up with German players. So for them it's a win. It's a win and it's a time for celebration. We were supposed to get coffee drink, but I didn't get the coffee. It's taking so long, so I just opted for the beer. Another one of those great days. On the way back, we passed along the coastline with different views, very beautiful sceneries. I've never been here, so I think everything for me is a great day. So what else can I say? It's a tour for me, and I'd like to do this again. Maybe next year I'll do another one of these tours.